Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. Well, we just had a little bit of a mishap because actually we've been doing a lot of changes here. Nick Blaze is no longer my producer actually, and so I have another young lady. I have Liana, and she's absolutely amazing. I probably got the name wrong. But anyway, we're absolutely incredible. Now you're running for president.
I am.
For the United States of America. What name are you going under so that everybody knows who you are and what you are? Because you've been running for, you ran before.
I did. I ran in the general election as an unaffiliated write-in candidate.
Unaffiliated.
Yes, and I'm Laio Morris, by the way.
Laio Morris is amazing. She's obviously has to be, she's not giving her age away, but she has to be over 35 to be eligible to run, correct? Correct.
That's one of the few stipulations.
Yeah, and it's funny because I put out on my Facebook, I put that I'm going to run for president, and I was shocked because I got a lot of people that said they'd vote for me. But of course,
well, you're likable.
Oh, thank you. I love that. I love that. Thank
Obama
you.
won with charisma. That's,
yes.
You know, I did the market research, and most people said it was his charisma.
He had a great charisma. Great charisma. He is a great guy. But I'm obviously not on one side or the other side. I'm on all sides.
I'm not on either side as well.
So what is it? What are you running for that you feel you can make the country, and I'm talking about America, better than what it is now? Because it's a little upheaval, but it's still good.
Well, we have a huge deficit, and I believe that if we legalize the sale, growth, and production of hemp, we could dissolve that national debt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we're going to go into the.
Get us out of debt.
I mean, I'm just blatantly saying we're going into the.
We're here in Las Vegas. Well, we're already in the drug business.
How many states?
The FDA is the biggest drug dealer in America. Big Pharma. I mean, I've done my research.
You did your research.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest retailer in America.
Well, Big Pharma.
Big Pharma.
Big Pharma, the FDA.
FDA, yeah, that's what you're saying.
But I need to be careful because you know what they did to Kevin Trudeau, right?
I know what they did to a lot of people, but I'm sort of
I'm just saying, I'm fearless. You have to be fearless to do something like this.
Well, you have to be fearless. You can't worry about photographs. You can't worry about who likes you, who doesn't like you. But you do have to know. You have to have your message. What is your message, the greatest message you feel, apart from him, what is your greatest message you want to put out there to the American family? Because that's who we're talking to.
Let's put an end to poverty. Let's put an end to poverty.
Well, why does America have poverty?
Global poverty. Because we have selfish, greedy, evil people that control the money. They
In
control
America.
the laws, they control the money, they control everything.
Yes.
The banks, the insurance industry.
Is that why we had that big bank problem in
2008?
Yeah, 2008?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many of you really want to hear all this.
Shady mortgage business. Shady
well,
banking business. Why does the government bail out banks but don't bail out you and me? Who's going to bail you and me out? We support the banks, right? We make deposits, we make withdrawals, but we don't get a bailout, but the banks get a bailout.
And I agree with you 100%. I'm going to tell you why, and this is on either side, doesn't make any difference, is that we seem to be addressing the politicians when we run, rather than addressing the American people of what they want.
And that's the difference in typical political candidates and someone like myself, who's sitting here dressed casually, right?
Because that's the average American now. Right. This is how we are.
You're not going to find me on the golf course, right?
You know why they go on the golf course, don't you? Do you know why? You do know why. I know you know why. You're going to know why.
It's a lot of money.
No. The reason they go on the golf course is because there's no cell phones, there's no people overhearing them, and there can be just two people out there chit-chatting without anybody knowing. Right. So they can have a lot of secrets and things going on.
It's secluded.
Secluded. Yeah, so I've got to...
And my dad and my brothers and sisters are all golfers. I'm the only one that doesn't know how to play golf.
But this is why a lot of the politicians go out and play golf.
Well,
they got these little secrets going on.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Yeah,
I don't have any secrets. I'm very transparent.
I don't have any secrets now. I've got them all out.
I'm very transparent.
So you're very transparent. So what's the #1 message you're going to get? When are you going to start running by the poverty?
Let's put an end to poverty.
Do you think the poverty side is going to actually straighten out America?
Absolutely.
And why?
I mean, what type of emotions do you think are associated with being poor?
I would imagine.
Not having
not having clothes. I would imagine. Really,
not having money.
Yes.
Not having any type of education. Not having support. You know what I mean?
Okay,
See,
yes.
this administration is about global restoration.
Okay.
That's the #1
Global
message.
restoration is the number one.
Global restoration.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to restore society one block at a time.
So, okay, so you're going to go into the poverty side.
I'm from poverty.
Now, there's one problem with going to the poverty side. There's no money there.
That's what people think. But do you know how much money poor people put into the economy?
I think they put more money than the rich, because I think that, you know, the middle class and the rich, I don't think
$700–800 billion a year.
I don't think we spend as much money because we reserve it or we keep it for a rainy day. We do that. People in poverty, they don't have that privilege of being able to save money because they don't have the money to save in the first place.
Exactly.
So so what money they do have, they spend.
Right.
And that's what, you know, that's what it goes around. That's,
Right.
that's what keeps the economy going.
Right.
Is they've got to
Poor people
re-spend
spend
it.
money.
They do, absolutely. So you're looking very happy. What amazing.
I'm just excited. You know, being an unaffiliated writing candidate.
Yes.
Independents don't get a lot of airplay. We don't get invited to CNN and things of that nature. So all of my interviews have been on independent television and radio stations. So I'm super excited.
I'm very independent. I think we're still airing. We had a little problem earlier, but that's, you know, everything gets solved, everything gets done, and everything goes.
I'm super excited.
Its way.
I have a lot to be happy about.
So you think this is a privilege to be on my show? Well, I think it's a privilege to have you on my show because I think it's letting the woman's voice out there, #1.
Right.
I think you're also letting out. What other things do you have that should be corrected that you feel that apart from poverty?
Well, the way that they treat our veterans, you know, people that fought for our freedom,
Yes.
you know, it's despicable that you have to go from maybe Virginia to Texas to get housing and a job and things of that nature. I have a friend that was in the military and they did not help him in Virginia. He had to go all the way to Texas.
So we have quite a lot of things going on.
So,
I know there's been a big veteran problem, and I do know that. And that was also with some bills passing and not passing and the military and all sorts of crazy stuff, which I won't get into, but they wouldn't pass this bill. I mean, how could you not pass this bill when all these Marines and all these people are not going to get paid?
How fair is that?
I mean, what are they going to eat? These are people that saved our country.
How fair is that?
That work for our country.
So with that said, I've partnered up with a local nonprofit organization, and forgive me for not knowing the name, but it's called the Assistance of Southern Nevada Corp. And what this nonprofit organization does is they provide food and moving services and carpet cleaning services, all types of services to veterans and the elderly. So if someone wants to get some food or get some carpet clean, you have to reach out to Ninon so she can reach out to me so we can put you in touch with the nonprofit.
Okay, we can do that, but I've also got to bring something else up because nobody ever talks about this or nobody wants to talk about it. 16,000 homeless children and teenagers. These are all under 18, 16,000 in Nevada. Hopefully I've got the figure a little high, but people keep correcting me, say, no, Ninon, it is 16,000. I hope it's 14,000. I hope it's not 1.
It's an epidemic. When I was living in Atlanta, they had 12,000 homeless people, but they only had 2,000 beds. This is a global epidemic. This is not just going on in America.
When you say global, you're talking about the whole world.
It's not just America.
Yeah.
See, war is a problem all around the world. Yes. Poverty is a problem all around the world. Yeah. People not having food and medicine and the basic necessities, food, clothes, and shelter, and medicine. Yeah. That's a problem all around the world.
You know, I have to look a little something. I mean, is this connected with drugs, and is it connected with alcohol, and is it connected with some people just think you owe them a living? Because
are you asking me if the majority of the poor people are drug addicts and alcoholics?
I'm asking you, no, because we've got a lot of drug people that are involved in homeless, because I know that, because I've had property and I've actually had them, I've rented to them, and I know their problems, because I've seen it, I've been with it, I understand it. So what I'm asking you, do they get into this hopeless place of drugs, and then they can't get out of it? What is the problem?
Based on my research, a lot of these things that are happening is a part of people's mindset and their DNA, actually. Okay. I read an article that says that poor people have something embedded in their DNA that other people don't have.
Okay, so how do we get that taken out of that DNA?
Through a global restoration project.
Okay, global.
It's called the Back to Life House.
Back to Life House, okay.
And anybody can come and stay at this Back to Life House.
Okay, and is this all, you say global, which means all over the world?
Well, I just started the program.
Okay.
I started it, and I did a pilot program in Georgia and in South Carolina.
Okay.
And it offers affordable housing, counseling, job placement, job training, clothes, referrals for food and transportation.
Yeah, don't we have more now homeless people than we've ever had before?
I'm not sure about what the statistics are, but I've been homeless myself. I have friends calling me homeless right now. But what they don't realize is that I gave up having a home to campaign for society, to fight for humanity. I gave up.
Okay. So if you run for president and you're not elected, what are you going to do then?
Well, I wasn't elected the first time. Not getting elected. See, this is not about votes. This is about the message. Yes. Whether I win or not, I'm still going to be victorious.
See, good for you. I'm
still going to be victorious in getting my message out and restoring society.
Okay.
See, there was light before politics.
Yes, of course there was.
I don't care whether I win the election or not. I want things to change starting now.
Okay.
Right?
Did you get the message? Starting now, things have to change. So if we all club together and we all have a little sympathy, and I think this is, we're going to bring religion back into this as well, because being Christians and being who you are,
we're spirituality.
We've got to help other people.
But
you can't move along just selfish. You can't be selfish. You've got to help other people on the way.
But you do know that everybody's not a Christian.
Well, any religion. I mean, I don't care what religion it is. I'm just saying that the reason I brought up Christianity was because we just had a big thing about it.
Oh, you did?
Well, we did on politics. You could have read about the vice president. Come on.
I'm not abreast of what's going on.
Okay, well, that just went on. It just happened. Anyway, and you're absolutely right. 100% right. All religions, not just one religion. We have to help other people. So that's the message.
Spiritual consciousness.
Spiritual consciousness. How about that? Where can they reach you? So they can vote for you. When are you starting, by the way, on this campaign?
Well, I was an Uber driver and a Lyft driver, and I drove for a company called Postmates. That was my campaign. I did it the old-fashioned way. I went door to door, and I only raised $300 the first time around.
Okay.
So this time around, you won't just be seeing me. You'll be seeing every member of my cabinet. See, the president appoints 15.
I love about this lady. She has absolutely turned down. She said, I went door to door and I only got 300. So does it really matter?
No. I purposely only raised $300. I worked every day so that people could know that I was a regular person.
Yes.
And not an untrustworthy politician.
But you're not talking about millions of dollars. You're not talking, because this campaign.
But this time around, we're going to raise billions.
So now we're getting into the thick and nicky of it. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think you're absolutely amazing. Obviously, if we can support you, and especially with this foundation, the non-profit, I think helping people. But don't forget our 16,000. Hope it's not that many children. They're all under the freeway. So if you want to start tripping around under the freeways and see who's living there, you'll be surprised.
Well, I want to put it into homelessness as well. Like we can't feed the homeless and not give them shelter. That's kind of.
Well, we got enough. We got no whispering.
Can I say it?
I don't. Whatever you want. I don't. This is from your mouth, not mine.
I think it's pretty asinine to feed homeless people but not provide them with shelter. So we have to do better as citizens and as government.
Wrong with that.
No, you don't. The first thing they need is shelter.
Yeah,
let's worry about feeding them later. Okay. Let's get them some shelter and then give them a meal.
We need shelter and we need food.
Well, what would you rather have if you were down there under the bridge? Would you want food or would you want a house?
I think I would. Oh, I probably want food.
Well,
I hate to say
give me some shelter and I'll go and get food stamps and get food.
Yes, we'll get food as well.
I'm just saying.
I think it's either way. I think it's half a dozen of one and the other. But there are enough places that are boarded up in Vegas, because I've seen them, that the homeless could live in for a short period of time till they get back on their feet. There are loads of places around here. How can they reach you?
You can reach me on Facebook. It's LaioMorris. You can just Google me, really. If you just Google me, just make it simple. All my social networking websites will pop up. And I also have a website. It's my first and last name, LaioMorris.com. So thank you so much.
You've been amazing. Absolutely fabulous. I learned a lot. I probably spoke too much. That's me. We'll be right back.